Before we begin, here is what you need. You need your Mac, of course. You need the UTM app, and you need the Ubuntu ISO file. You need to download that. You need about 10 to 15 gigabyte of free space. Let's get started. First, you have to download the UTM app. Just go into your browser and search UTM. Click the first link, and then you have this page. From the title, you already see securely running operating system on your Mac. So you're going to have to download the UTM, the latest version for Mac. So you click on download and it's going to start downloading. But in my case, I'm just going to cancel this out because I already have the UTM app downloaded. But in your case, if you don't have it yet, you have to wait for it to download, and you have to move it into your application, just the usual download flow. But because I have it already, I'm going to cancel it out. So this is my UTM app here. Like I said, I already have it installed. I, in fact, already have Ubuntu set up, but for the sake of this video, we're going to just download another version and go over the setup flow. Let me just minimize this. Next up, you have to download the Ubuntu ISO. Just search Ubuntu in your browser and open the first link. We're going to have a list of the products, then go for Ubuntu server. Then you can come to download Ubuntu server. You are not going to download this. You are going to go for alternative architecture because we want to download the ARM. So we are downloading the ARM architecture. So you go to this link and download the ARM architecture here. So here you download Ubuntu 24.04, and look at that, it's downloading. We're going to have to wait for this for 30-40 minutes. All right, now, so our Ubuntu live server ISO is completely downloaded. Now we open our UTM here. As you can see, I have one Ubuntu existing. I'm just installing this other version for the sake of this video. Now we create a new virtual machine and click on virtualize. So you click on the preconfigured operating system, which is Linux, and here we go. We browse to get this is our downloaded Ubuntu ISO file. So we open that. So we leave these checkboxes like this and continue. This is the hardware section. We already have the memory. I'm just going to leave it as the default value here. And for the CPU cores, depending on your laptop, I'm going to choose, depends on how much cores you have available on your macOS. And we check the enable hardware, and then we continue. I'll specify the size of the drive. I'm just going to leave it at 64. Now, it says to specify a share directory path. I'm just going to share and then I click on continue. And here I have a summary of the settings that I selected. So I'm going to change the name of my machine from Linux to, I'm going to change the name to Ubuntu. Let's put this in small letter. I already have one Ubuntu, so I'll change this to Ubuntu 24.04. And let's click open VM setting and just save. So that just opened the settings section. Later you can do whatever it is you want here. We just save this. And now I have my Ubuntu 24.04 here as well. The same way I have 22.04. So now I'm going to start installation. So I'll start my installation here by running this. We just wait for it to boot. And here it tells us to use the up and down key to select our entry. Bring your mouse in here. You probably will not see it. I did not see it on my end, but I just followed my up and down key just the same way. So I'll go to the first option, try or install Ubuntu server, and I'll just click that. So you will notice that the installation will kickstart. So it says to select your language. Of course, we are selecting English here. We're going to enter English. I'm trying to reduce the size of this tab so it can fit into my recording, but it's not reducing. I want to believe you guys can see this. I'm just going to try to. So it says continue without updating. We're going to continue without updating because I don't even know why we have to do that. Okay, identify your keyboard. It says identify your keyboard here. Sorry guys, but this thing is messing up with my streaming. So okay, so it says identify your keyboard. So you can change your keyboard layout. I'm just going to stick to the US English layout. That is the default. In the next section, it says to choose the type of installation. We're going to leave it as Ubuntu server, and we are going to be adding additional options. Search for third parties driver. So you just click your space key to select and then move down to done, and then you enter. And this is network configuration. Just leave it as it is and just enter. We don't have any proxy address, so just press enter as well. So it is testing our mirror location. This is going to go on for a little bit of while. So now it tells us that this mirror location passed the test. So we enter done and we move on. So for this guided storage configuration, I'm just going to leave everything as it is and just enter done. And this is the file system summary storage configuration. And let's just do done here as well. So here we move our arrow key down to continue. And now we get to the point where we set up our profile configuration. You can set up any name here. So I'm just going to name my machine Bemi. I'll just name it Bemi Mama. And my server name will also be Bemi Mama. Bemi Mama. And then my username is also Bemi Mama. Yeah, I didn't spell that correctly. And my password, just choose a simple password. Let me go for something. And then you confirm your password. Go for something very simple and then done. Now it's requesting for us to upgrade, and by default it's saying skip for now. So we are going to skip that for now. So now we've moved on to SSH configuration. It says you can choose to install the Open SSH server package, blah blah. So you're going to select this Open SSH option by pressing your space key, and then you move your arrow key down to done and press enter. So just continue here. So we are not installing any third party or snap, so we move to done. So it's installing the system. We just have to wait. All right, so the installation is complete. It took like the longest time on my end. So what we do now is that you navigate down to reboot now, and it's going to reboot. I don't know, when I did this the first time, it didn't take this much time. So if it doesn't reboot, we can just reboot it manually. So this will take us back here. When you get here, just make sure you clear this, then we run the machine again. All right, so it would have you log in. You can see that it brings the name, my username, Bemi Mama login. So you're going to input your username. My username is Bemi Mama, and it's going to ask for your password. So you input your password, and then it says welcome. So it logs me into the server, which is already installed. But as you can see, this is the interface that we have. We do not have our GUI. We're using the command line interface. The GUI is the interface that we are used to, normal user, the graphical user interface, but we don't have that because we don't have it yet. So we are going to run some commands to get the GUI. We're going to run this command one after the other. So we start with the sudo apt update. So we write it sudo apt update, and it asks for my password. So I put that in, and that is done. So we move to the next command. The next command is sudo apt install. Okay, so that's done. Now the next command is the sudo apt install Ubuntu desktop. So we install that as well. Do you want to continue? Yes. So the installation of the desktop is going to take a while. So just let it be and leave the window. It takes quite long, from 20 to 30 minutes. I think it took even over 30 minutes for the first one I did. All right, so that command is done. Let's clear this terminal so that we can see things clearly. All right, next up we run the reboot command, sudo reboot now, and it asks for my password again. Let's give it to it. All right, so the system is going to reboot again. The whole reboot process might take a little bit of while, so just be patient. All right, so the reboot is coming up now, and now finally we have the UI set up. So we have our Ubuntu interface loaded now. You can see the name that I gave mine. This is Bemi Mama. If I click, it nudges me to log in, and then I can put in my password, and then it opens up So that is literally just about how you can set up Ubuntu on your Mac using UTM. And that's about that. If there's any delay on your hand, this took me such a long time. There was some go slow. So just be patient. And if there's any issue that you encountered while setting this up, please drop it in the comment section and I might be able to help. No, remind me later. All right. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notification for more tech and coding content. See you in my next video. Bye.